Good morning and welcome to the Care Podcast, where we talk sports, leadership, and the mental game. I'm your host, Coach Bob Herb. Today's quote comes from Aristotle. Yep, we're getting ancient on you today. He said, "There's only one way to avoid criticism. Do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing." And let me tell you, if Aristotle were alive today, he'd definitely be on social media getting roasted in the comments like the rest of us. Because here's the deal. The minute you do something that matters, someone, somewhere, is going to have an opinion. Let's start with sports. You ever notice that nobody criticizes the guy sitting on the bench who never checks into the game? No. All the heat goes to the quarterback who threw the interception, the basketball player who missed the free throw, or the baseball player who struck out with runners in scoring position. But you know why they're getting criticized? Because they're in the arena. They're playing, they're risking, they're doing. The safest way to never hear criticism? Never touch the ball. But then you never score either. I'll never forget a player I coached. We'll say his name was Marcus. A talented kid, but he was terrified of making mistakes. He had a great arm, so I wanted to try him out on the mound. One day I pulled him aside and said, "Hey, Marcus, you have such a strong arm. Let's see what you can do pitching." He wasn't too sure of the idea. Finally, one day he decided to give it a try. First pitch, threw it to the backstop. Then he hit the next guy and the next guy. His teammates were getting all over him by that point. After that, he hit the mitt again and again and again. He ended up stranding those two runners on first and second by striking out the side. Moral of the story? You can't strike anyone out if you don't get up there to pitch. And you can't pitch if you're too afraid of criticism. And this just isn't in sports. Think about life. Start a business, someone will say it'll never work. Speak up in a meeting, somebody will roll their eyes. Post something on social media, somebody's uncle will write a 10-paragraph comment about why you're wrong. But guess what? They're just proving Aristotle right. If you're doing anything of value, criticism is part of the package. Now, let's tie that into the CARE framework. C, character, means having the guts to keep going even when the critics are getting loud. A, attitude, means treating criticism as feedback instead of a stop sign. R, respect and responsibility, means respecting yourself enough to take risks and owning both your mistakes and your successes. E, enthusiasm, means bringing so much energy to what you're doing that the criticism can't drain the passion that you have. Criticism is not a sign you're failing. It's often proof that you're daring enough to go out there and give it a try. So here's your challenge this week. Do one thing that opens you up to criticism. Maybe it's speaking up when you normally wouldn't, making that pitch, starting that project, or raising your hand for an opportunity. Because here's the truth. The only people who never get criticized are the ones who never try. Share your story with the hashtag CareAgentsDareToDo. Let's see who's out there putting themselves into the arena. Thanks for tuning into the Care Podcast. Remember, playing it safe may avoid criticism, but it also avoids growth. Step up, take the shot, and let the critics talk. As always, subscribe, share, and join us next time as we keep sharpening your mental game through character, attitude, respect and responsibility, and enthusiasm. I'm Bob Herb. Go be something special today.